So I have lots of things to do today. So there was a sale on some celery. So I grabbed a whole bunch and it's all been washed and I am going to process it for the freezer. And that way, if I ever need celery and I'm out, I've got some in the freezer. So all I do is cut it up and put them in freezer bags. There have been many times where I've needed celery and I didn't have any. So I really like doing this. It doesn't take that long. And it's getting one of my things accomplished today. The other thing I have to do is look at my baby grapefruits from our tree. They didn't get very big this year. I don't know why. They struggled this year, but there were a lot of them. So I am going, and we have tasted it. It's still really good. They're just really small. So I'm going to peel those and put those in the freezer as well. And anytime I need grapefruit or just fresh fruit for some reason, I will take it out. It freezes perfectly fine. And then all winter, when you need something, it's in your freezer. And what I do is I save all my ends and they go in a bag and they go in the freezer because all of those ends will make vegetable stock with. When I get a large amount of vegetables scraps in my freezer, one day, uh-oh, I think my nose is running. Hold on, I'm sorry. Oh, let me go wash my hands again. Oh, it's been running. I hope I'm not coming down with something. What was I saying? Oh, keep all of your pieces for when you're going to make vegetable stock. So once I get enough in there, I'll take them all out of the freezer and make vegetable stock. I love it. And I can definitely say vegetable stock is so much better when you make it yourself, and it really is a simple process. I do have a video on my channel for making vegetable stock if you want to see how to do that. And have you ever taken the bottom of the celery and planted it? It works. It really, really works. It's kind of crazy that it works. I've done that. And I've had celery in the garden, and I did not grow celery from seed. I grew it from the bottom of the celery stalk. So I'm just going to cut all these pieces. Save the bottoms and the tops. Look at that. And then I have some more pieces over here. I need to go dump this water too that's accumulated in my pan. I just use, well, I do save baggies, and I will just keep filling the same baggie with stuff. But here's just a bag from the celery, and I'm gonna just put it all back in there. It'll be totally fine in my freezer. me dump my container here. There we go. Now I am just going to cut and fill up my bag. See how quick that goes? And look how much I already have. And then what I do, once my bag is full, I'll try and get as much air out of it as possible. And then I'll push it all flat and let it freeze flat. And it's perfect. It works out totally fine. And then all you have to do when you need some celery for something is go grab your bag, and it comes apart real easy, so you can pull out how much you want. And I am using the quart bags. I figured that would be the best for me to use at this point. Unless I had a lot of stuff. No, I'd still do quart bags, because you're really not gonna need a huge amount of celery for anything, right? So the quart bags are a good size, I feel like. I am done with a package of celery, all chopped up. This was one package of celery, and it filled my quart bag. So I have tried to get as much air out as possible. And then I like to just flatten it out. And then I'm gonna mark it that it's 2024 celery. So if I have any 23 celery in there, I make sure that I use that first, right? Celery 2024. Voila! Done with one thing. Excellent. Now, let's work on our little grapefruits. Look at how little they are. Oh my goodness. Are they gonna peel easy? Let's see. Let me show you. Oh, they smell so good. They smell so good. So I'm just going to cut this skin off. I'm going to cut this one open just to see. That smells so good. Look at that look at that. Oh, it's got a seed. If I save a seed, can I grow another grapefruit tree? I'm gonna try and peel away as much of this skin as I can. There we go. And then I am just going to put these in a freezer bag. And these can be added to smoothies. And I will save the grapefruit skins for when I do apple cider vinegar cleaner. I'm going to add grapefruit scent. Don't throw away your skins. There's always something you can do with them. Look at that. Beautiful. That actually peeled easier than I thought it would, so that's good. Let's keep going. I hope I didn't wait too long to do these. They don't smell like I have. They smell really good. So they're a little pink is starting to come through. I really have to research why, what did they not get that they needed, that they didn't get big? Because every year I've had the grapefruit tree, we got huge grapefruit, like the kind you would get in the store size grapefruit. So I don't know what happened to this year. It's missing something. So I'll make sure that we treat it in the spring. I probably need something throughout the year. Maybe that's what I did. Maybe I didn't give it enough enough fertilizer for the fruit to get big. Oh, there's a big seed. Ooh, look at the big seed that came out. Let's see. How long does it take to grow a grapefruit tree? Kind of have a feeling I wouldn't be here to see it. Right? Well, that was depressing. So I will get a baggie for all these skins and put them in my freezer for apple season. When I make apple cider vinegar, cleaner, when I make the cleaner portion of it from the apples skins, I'll add citrus to it to make it citrusy for cleaning. So we will add some grapefruit. I also have some plans for making like some hand soaps and stuff. So maybe that's another use that I can use the grapefruit skins for. I'm not really sure. I have to research that. These are good. Uh-oh. You know what's happening? My hands are starting to not like the acid from the grapefruit. There's a couple more seeds. My hands, after a while, they do start to react to things. And they just, it's like I have, you know, I get the bad eczema and the dryness on my hands. So citrusy things are not good for my hands. They don't like it. And you know, like when you have cracks in your skin from the winter, it's starting to go in the cracks. It's like, ow. Oh, there's another seed. It's starting to go into those cracks that I have. All right, I have to give my hands a break. I gotta go wash them. They're burning. I'll be back. I washed my hands. And then I go right back into it. Do you know I do have gloves? There's gloves right in the cabinet over there. You think I would pull them out and put them on to save my hands? No. Why would I do that? So here's my bag of skins, which will go in the freezer, and I'll mark them grapefruit just so I know that they're grapefruit. And then I'm going to get a freezer bag and start filling my pieces of grapefruit. Oh, whoop, there's another big pit. These are going to be so good in smoothies, or even like a summertime cocktail that you want a grapefruit for. And I'm just going to fill them up. All right, I'm going to finish my 3 that I have. Myself with that knife. Be careful with knives. My goodness. My goodness. All right, in you go. Did I draw blood? No, I didn't, thankfully. Oh, but it hurts. More. You know, I bet you could also freeze these not peeled. You know, I guess one year I need to try that and see if there's a difference in the fruit by peeling it or not peeling it after it thaws, and see which is the best. That's an idea too. Because I have not frozen the grapefruit before. I have frozen oranges and other fruit, limes, lemons. And those, the majority of them, I didn't peel. I did leave them not peeled, or I did not peel them. And I left them whole and put them in the freezer that way. There we go. Hang on, let me wash my hands. Oh, that citrus gets my hands. Okay, so we are done with this. Still not bleeding. That's good. And then there's some scraps. I'm not going to save the seeds, but you can start a tree from seeds. I have done that with apples, and they're growing out there. They're doing very well. I'm sure you can do it with grapefruit as well. All right, now I'm going to mark these. Grapefruit. $2024. Do you believe it's 2024? My goodness. Okay, here is my actual grapefruit. So I'm gonna lay this flat and roll it and then make it come together. And then lay it flat, or try to as best as you can. See, it does pretty decent with the air when you do it that way. Grapefruit 2024. So I'm excited to see how this does freezing. Both of those are going in the freezer along with my celery. And thank you so much for watching my video. I had fun. I hope you did too.